currently offline. Now, how do I get my chat back here? Let's see. Pop this back out. Pop out. Close your window.
Okay, there we go.
Put my hat on so I look freaking reputable.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
OST, what's up?
Yo. Freaking cat butt on the stream. Get off of here.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. I'm glad I got that out of the way now. I'll go fix this cam, this ugly ass cam.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm also a little nasal and sick today, but hey, this is the best I've sounded in like a couple days.
Right on. Yeah, I got the total just woke up voice.
I hear that. It's alright though.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Epic start, Retro. Good, yeah, good start. Good start to it. So Retro, tell me a little about yourself, man. Like, what got you started streaming and such?
So I actually started this little project of mine when it was a few years back, and the first thing I ever played was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And I was like, you know what, I want to stream, and I don't know what I was going to do after that. I just wanted to stream, and I'm like, okay, streaming's not working too well because I was an idiot and didn't pay attention to chat, didn't do anything like that. And I'm like, okay, I'll do things on YouTube, and I got a decent following on YouTube for a little bit, and then I just recently like rediscovered streaming this year. And it's just been awesome since.
Mm. That's so. I noticed. Yeah, I did check out your YouTube actually, and you got a lot going on there too. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks, man.
So with streaming, like you said, you did Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for a little bit.
Yep, I did that to start. So the way that I actually formatted things and the way that the YouTube channel is broken up is I kind of did like a one-off Let's Play for different games, and then I would explain the history or neat things about the development or other things like that. And people kind of like that. And now, after picking streaming back up, I'm just playing random games now casually, and things are going pretty well. Or also getting into speedrunning as well.
Right. Which, how did you get into speedrunning?
Super Metroid is really how it came down to. Sigma 83, I was watching him play Super Metroid for a little bit. And I'm like, man, I really enjoy that game. And then I started playing it casually, and he came in and helped me out with some stuff. Then I looked up speedruns. I'm like, you know what, I want to actually try to do some speedruns. And then I got hooked right after I nailed the Alcatraz escape after like my 400th try. I'm like, oh my god, I can actually do a trick. This is fantastic.
Right.
Let's see how far I can take it. And then just from there, it's just snowballed and snowballed. And yeah, I played Super Metroid a bunch. Then I'm starting to branch off in other games now. And it's a weird addiction in a way, you know.
Right, right. I definitely know how that feels, man. So like, what about your name? I mean, your name obviously says Retrophile, so I'm assuming old school games.
Yeah, man.
And by the way, your logo's awesome. I love that, by the way.
Logos. That's my MS Paint strats right there. I grabbed a free image of that cartridge off of like DeviantArt, and even the guy that posted it was just use it on whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. And then I hopped over to there's like NFG arcade tool, like arcade font tool, and just cranked out just some arcade stuff and slapped it on there. And then I'm like, all right, well, I need something like an explosion or fire in the background, so I just typed in like pixel fire and did that. So that logo was just a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of crap I threw together.
Awesome.
The name actually came like, it was kind of like you ever have like a thought that just kind of like just spurs to mind, like I wasn't thinking about it. I'm like, huh, that's kind of a cool name, let's see if that's taken. Okay, it's not. So I did that initially. Like I said, I did TV on the end of it because I originally wanted to do a stream, but then kind of went over to YouTube from there. So
yeah. So what kind of games do you run? You run a lot of NES games, right?
I do NES, SNES. I love playing pretty much anything that's from the 16-bit era and before. And I have a really big, sizable collection of consoles and games as well. So I just love old school games.
Right on. Is that something you just like? When did you get into collecting? Because I also do that myself.
It's been just throughout my life. I grew up gaming. Played an NES at the age of like 3 or 4, and then just gained consoles throughout. It also didn't really hurt the fact that my dad was into gaming too. I mean, I grew up playing like his ColecoVision and Commodore 64 and stuff like that. And some of the memories I have of my childhood that I enjoy the most is him taking off for Christmas vacation, and we would just game. Like we'd go through and play Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that. And that was really, really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Is there any game that is your favorite?
Final Fantasy VI.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's a game like I do like a yearly pilgrimage and beat every year.
That's a great game.
It is fantastic. I love that game. It is perfect. The music is fantastic. The characters are great. Just everything is so memorable for that game.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So Beastathon is coming up, and you've made a few submissions for it. Can you tell everyone what you're going to be playing?
I'll be playing Jackal for the NES, and also I'll be doing Demon's Sword as well for the NES. 2 very short runs. My time in the sun will be over in less than about 25 minutes, but that's all right. I'm a busy man with busy things. I got lots of couch sitting to do.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what is your favorite game to speedrun? I know you you got into the Super Metroid community, and I know we all hang out with Mock Drums, which interviewed last week.
I saw that. It was a very, very good interview.
Thanks, man. So like, how do you like Twitch with the like falling into a community? Like, what's your favorite community and why?
Well, I mean, it's definitely the Metroid community by a mile, because that's the one I really belong to and what I identify with. They were the ones that really were open arms the whole way through, and now I feel like I'm someone that I help out new players a little bit too. It feels good. I mean, I've never really dabbled with other communities like Zelda speedrunning or Mario or anything like that, but or Mario, I always mispronounce it. But, either way, yeah, the Super Metroid community is really what I identify with and enjoy being a part of.
Yeah, it's a solid group of guys that even there's a lot of girls that run it too. Actually, I'm on Team Lazura. And Miss Fortier, she's got like a 46, and she's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, they're all very welcoming. So, what are you looking for now? Because you said it didn't always start as something you were planning on digging deep into. What do you want out of streaming? Like, what's your goal, per se?
What is my goal? I think everyone aims for that sub button. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Get that Twitch money. No, I've already achieved the goal. In all truth, I've created a small following of really awesome people and a lot of dedicated viewers that I can interact with and really get along with. A lot of like-minded people that love old school games, and they're all hilarious and great people. But I guess since I've already achieved that goal, you always have to make other ones.
All right.
I guess the next big milestone is 1,000 followers, and then on from there, I guess. But yeah, if I ever get a sub button and I can help boost my friends' channels in the process, that'd be something that'd be like really awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Which brings me to the question, like, what are the? I know you do a lot of like chat interactive things in your stream. Can you expand on that? Like, what do you like to do, like with that sort of thing?
Interacting with chat is the entire reason I'm on Twitch at this point. The organic nature of being with other people and being like basically part of a group is awesome to me. So anything I can do to involve chat in any way is a lot of fun. I did some dabbling with a game called Choice Chamber for a little bit of time, and that allows the chat to influence the game in certain ways. It's on Steam. It's a couple bucks. I've also done impromptu Family Feud streams where we play the hilariously bad SNES version of Family Feud.
That's awesome.
And we get families together and have them try it. I'm always looking for other things that I can do to get things involved with chat.
Yeah, it's that I was in one of your streams for Family Feud, and that was hilarious. That was so much fun. Just checking that out. Jack says retro too awesome.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Norak as well. There's a lot of awesome people here. OST, Son of Barry here. Jack. Tons of shout outs I can give. I could just go on all day.
So recently you picked up a speed game, Demon Sword.
I did.
And from what I hear and what I'm seeing is you're bouncing back and forth from world record and PBing. Like you just got a PB this morning, actually.
Yeah, I did, and it wasn't WR, but it's close. So that's a fun story in itself. So Demon Sword was a game I've just picked up randomly. I played it a while ago and thought the game was very cool. And then I looked into it. I'm like, okay, all I can find is tasks. I was actually looking for just like legit speedruns of the game. I looked on SDA, I looked on YouTube, I looked on Twitch, I looked for everything. All I could find was task stuff. There was no actual human RTA. And then I started getting into it and trying to learn the game and trying to learn some strats and whatnot. It's very strange to actually try to route a game yourself.
Yeah.
And with no community and no backing and no real strats that are anywhere. So I started running it. The initial WR that I had was like 20 minutes and something, like 20 minutes and change. And then I got that down to an 18. That kind of sat for about a week or two, and then I go on Twitch and I followed the game. I'm like, okay, so if someone plays it, I can go in and talk with them about the game. And then I see this guy by the name of Dig Shake, D-I-G Shake, you know, like dig with a shovel, shake like milkshake, playing, and I'm like, he's checking it out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I come in and I act all pompous, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have WR, yada yada yada, and I start explaining the game to him. And he's a Legend of Zelda runner. He likes to play random races and he starts playing it. I check him next day. He's still playing the game and learning it. And then like he messages me. He's like, "Hey, I got WR," and he cut me down to 16 minutes. And it's like, oh my god, that's crazy. Now I actually have someone I could run against. I now have someone, you know, steel sharpens steel. So we started going back and forth, leapfrogging. Like he cut my record, and then less than an hour later, I cut him. And then it was just this back and forth thing. I think the world record was broken something like 6 or 7 times in the course of 2 or 3 days.
Jeez.
He's currently the world record holder. He's sitting at 12 minutes and 1 second, I believe. And I just got a PB this morning of I think 12:14 or 12:17. So
yeah,
sub 12 is the next goal. But it's amazing to see how far the game has come in less than a month.
That's pretty nuts, especially for a game that like had no history of being speed ran, just tasks only.
Yep, and the task is like 6 minutes and 11 seconds. The game is RNG hell, it really is. But we've made some modifications to routing and strats that reduce that as much as possible.
Nice. And I heard you were telling me that Demon Sword got on speedrun.com, which is pretty exciting too.
Yes, it did. So we're all legit now with a leaderboard.
That's
It may
awesome.
be 2 of us, but 1 other person means there's a community.
That's true. It's true. That's oh man, glad he's streaming. Oh yeah, what's up, Mock? We got some people, dude. We have 3 hosts right in a row.
Nice.
Thank you guys for being here, guys. Oh yeah, congrats on almost 300 followers, by the way, Retro.
Oh, dude, thanks, man. That should be fun once I hit that. It won't be as awesome as Mock's steer force %, but I'll try.
Do you have any ideas for like a follower special coming up?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a what I've kind of dubbed trifecta %, which is I'm gonna try to do a 1 controller, 3 games, Super Metroid. Try to finish 3 any % runs all at the same time with 1 controller. So that may not sound that impressive at first, but then you think about all the movement mistakes I can make, and then also all the RNG with some of the bosses. Obviously, I'm going to get 3 different patterns with Fantoon. That'll be a little bit of a mess.
That's going to be crazy. I did one of those for my 700 follower special where I played Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3, all with 1 controller 100%.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was actually absolutely amazing in all truth. I was actually amazed that you finished all 3 of them up.
That was... oh, man. And, like, you don't actually realize it, because I did 1 and 2 prior to that, and I was like, oh, you know, like, this isn't too bad. And everyone's like, throw in the 3rd one. I'm like, that's going to be impossible. Yeah, it was really nuts. But that's going to be cool to watch, man. I'm excited for it, for sure.
That's cool. Thanks, man.
To perfection. Yeah, and that's true. And then you think about it, like you could miss a crate, or you could get stuck.
Yeah, I was
up
thinking
on
about that too. If I get quick kill on some screens but not others, or if I enter at different times, obviously my inputs are going to be different. So
then it's going to get really weird. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, that's nice, Norak. Yeah, dude, for sure. Retro is a way of making you feel important. Yeah, he's a
dude.
good
The viewer. I mean, really, that's what it is, man. It's not about me. It's about the viewers. That's really what it comes down to. I am there to support the viewers, and having them is really what makes the whole thing worthwhile.
A lovely fellow. So, I know you're pretty deep into Demon Sword right now, and how long have you been running Jackal for?
So Jackal, I just picked up on a whim. Actually, Mock Drums was playing that casually the one day, and I'm like, you know what? This would be a kind of a really cool speed game. Now that one already has people that run it, and the world record's just like a smidge under 8 minutes, which is absolutely insane. My PB is like 11:48. But I played Jackal for a solid, I think, week and a half, and the game was really fast and really easy to pick up. It's only a couple stages. I'll have to brush up on it before Beastathon, but still. And I only played that for a little bit, in all truth. And I'm looking to pick up some more stuff, too.
Nice. What games you going to be picking up? More like NES games, or maybe some SNES?
I definitely like NES games, in all truth, because they're really simple, and they're usually very quick. I like actually being able to do either rapid fire runs because of time constraints. Yeah, it's really hard to invest a lot of time. Like running an RPG, as much as that'd be very fun for me to do, I just don't have the time to sit down and dedicate to it. So a 20-minute run here and there is not really too bad to shoehorn in.
Right. I know the feel. I run Final Fantasy VII Yuffie Warp, which is like 4 hours long.
And I've watched that. It's a solid run.
It's there was one night where I was like, well, I could play Final Fantasy VII or I could eat dinner. It's like, which one?
That's a weird decision to make.
Yeah, right. It's it can get really, it can take up a lot of time. So I completely agree. And NES games, like, even though they're short, they're usually pretty difficult. So they're pretty impressive runs overall. And if you can get the times down, then it just shows like your true skill, and that's really awesome. I really like the Demon Sword run, by the way, the one you submitted. That's awesome.
Oh, it's gotten so much better since then. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the race tomorrow that me and Dig had, but I can consistently get below 14 minutes now, even with RNG trolling me pretty hard. So that's a really awesome thing. The original estimate I gave you was 25 minutes or RNG, please. But I think a solid estimate now below 16 minutes should be pretty good for that game. Now I can't imagine I can go any higher than that.
Yeah. So you're saying that sub 12 is possible? Is that just RNG based? Or
oh, dude, sub 12 is already possible. Actually, I had a heartbreaker of a run where I broke world record, but it would have been like an 11:55. I actually double killed the last boss. He was in his death animation, and he killed me as well with the final attack, and it didn't register. I didn't go all the way through, so I lost a sub 12 run that I already had because of that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a huge bummer. So can you explain some of the RNG points in that game? Or is it just like everything?
Sure. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are a mess in that game as far as RNG goes, and I can see why people really haven't run it, because it really, I dubbed it RNG hell, the game, for a long time. You have to get keys that are off random drops to get upgrades. However, the drops are completely random from the enemies you fight. Only every 2 enemies you kill has a chance to drop something, so it's one big giant dice roll. The spawns for enemies are kind of random. The patterns for bosses are random. It's the final boss. Whenever you land a single hit on him, he randomly teleports to some part of the screen. It's kind of hard to tell. Sometimes he teleports off screen. So it's just one big giant RNG nightmare throughout the entire run. But once things start falling into place, it works really, really well.
Yeah, I noticed that you were trying to like farm for invincibility, I think it is, before.
Yeah, there's 2 bosses in particular where they have just an active hurt box all over them that you can't touch them at all. Whereas other bosses don't, and you can just freaking go inside their sprite and spam attacks. But for those, to make it fast, you have to farm for invincibility to make it quicker. Otherwise, it's just a very slow kill otherwise.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, I wanna try actually running it. And so if you have like,
I would love to watch it. I'm more than happy to help anyone out that wants to run it. I really do encourage it.
yeah, it looks fun, and the movement, like even for an NES game, looks really fast paced.
It is. It really is. The only thing that's weird about the movement is that there's no dedicated jump button. It's just hitting up, and you can control your jump height from there. There's two different types of jumps. Yeah, there's a lot of craziness to it. You get used to it though after a while.
Yeah. Oh, Kojak is a question. Oh, we all did.
Yeah, I see some questions coming. That's nice.
Yeah, Jack wanted to reiterate the question. What got you streaming again?
Oh yeah, what got me streaming is just that I watch Twitch streams and want to be a part of it, and then actually I fell away from Twitch for a while, did some YouTube stuff. I just recently came back and actually found a bit of a foothold with the Metroid community, and it's been snowballing from there, and just it's been absolutely awesome.
Oh, Kojak asks, how long or how low do you see the record being pushed with current strats?
Sub 12 at this point kind of seems like the wall. I think that if the way that things are, unless there's one big giant breakthrough that we find with either RNG manipulation or any kind of like crazy boss or movement strat, I think the cap at this point is probably about 1130. But then again, if you get the God RNG, man, I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah, definitely. What kind of games got him into gaming or running in general?
Let's see, got him into gaming or running in general. So gaming was something that's always been a part of my life. Like I said, I started off at the age of 3. First game I ever played was Super Mario Brothers, and I really enjoyed that very much. So that, as far as running games goes, actually the first game I ever really speed ran, for actually when I was concerned about time, was Braid. Because there was an achievement called Speedrun if you can beat the game in under 45 minutes. The best time I ever did for Braid was 51. And I remember looking at that, and that was kind of cool. I'm like, you know what? And I watched all these other people running games. I was like, I should learn how to run something. I just never sat down and actually did the time on it. I tried to learn the original Super Mario Brothers, but I kept getting wrecked in like 8.2 or 8.3. I'm like, all right, this is frustrating, and I gave up. Only until I rediscovered how awesome Super Metroid is how I really fell in love with speedrunning again.
It's such a good game to come into.
Oh my god, yeah.
Too. It's
Dude,
so good.
it's so rewarding and so deep.
It's just I don't know, man. It's one of those games where you won't see any progress for a long time, but then eventually, like, it'll just happen. You know, it just all of a sudden you just start seeing your runs get better, and that translates to any game too. Sometimes you just won't see progress for a long time.
Dude, the discipline that Metroid taught me as far as diligence and learning things and learning tricks and then putting it together in one run, I see very much carrying over to a lot of other games I learn. Yeah, that is an excellent game to start with.
Definitely. Actually, that brings up a question. Like, how do you go about practicing your games, or like your method of working on strats and such? Like, what helps you most?
Emulator and save states, hands down. I mean, just grinding a trick over and over and over and over again. I mean, it's you can spend in Metroid. I can't even tell you how many hours I've spent just on the climb alone, and my climb is still garbage. But at least I can get up there using wall jumps alone. I remember when I first played the game, I mean, I couldn't even do a single wall jump. Yeah. I think everyone remembers getting stuck down at the bottom, you know, with the Edecoons trying to show you how to jump, and you just couldn't figure it out. I'm pretty sure I bomb jumped my whole way up there. I think I did that when I was a kid because I couldn't figure out how to freaking wall jump.
Oh man, I've got funny stories about wall jumps. I used to just slaughter those things. I couldn't do them at all. Yeah, it's a weird concept to get. Norak asked, so there are cheese and wine events. Would you ever do a beer and gaming event?
Oh my god, dude! I am all about doing the beer and gaming pairings. There has to be a thing. Like, if you're gonna play Dark Souls, you gotta drink like a stout. If you're gonna if you're gonna play Super Metroid, you'd have like a nice hoppy IPA.
That's so true.
Yeah, dude, I am completely convinced you can do beer and game pairings. That's definitely a thing.
That's awesome. Will you ever return to Super Metroid to improve your time?
Absolutely, I definitely would. I think when I return to it, I'm going to start learning hybrid route because I hate myself, but I don't hate myself enough to do new route. But I got a 59:40 or 59:58. I cut the hour. That was really the big goal I was going for. And so after achieving that, I kind of sat back and said, "That's great. I know I'm not going to get WR in that game because it's so fiercely competitive from people that have been playing it for years." So I was just happy just to cut the hour. That was really the big goal that I had for the longest time. But I'd like to try some new routes and new categories.
Yeah, Mock, actually, he did, what is it, GT Classic and GT Code?
Yep.
Just to sort of bust up the monotony. I actually, not you think about it, picking up different percents. I picked up Nintendo Power percent.
I saw that right before this started. I actually looked up that thing. I'm like, I need the splits for that route. I really want to try that myself. It's so absurd. The fastest way to Mother Brain, and you get Spring Ball and X-Ray Scope.
Yeah, dude. It's
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's pretty much Super Metroid speedrun before glitches is basically what it is, and then just a bunch of arbitrary things they ask you to pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
What's Retro's favorite beer?
My favorite beer, man. Oh, dude, that's really rough. Like, I have different styles that I like. There's a brewery nearby here called Weyerbacher, and they make really like high ABV beers that are all fantastic. Geez, but I also really like IPAs and stuff too. I pretty much there's styles of beer I like more than anything else. I like Heady Topper from The Alchemist. That's a big buzzword beer in the craft beer community. It's a double IPA. Let's see, what else do I freaking like? Man, there's so many good beers I've had. I've had hundreds upon hundreds. Anything by Weyerbacher, that is hands down my favorite. There's another local brewery, Fegley's Brewworks, Victory Brewing Company, Trogs, Yards, all of them make fantastic stuff. Pennsylvania is a really good place for craft beer.
That's awesome, dude. There's a place that is near me, Bel Air. I don't know if you guys have Shorts Brew.
Nah, I've never had the pleasure.
I guess it must be just a local thing, but Shorts Brewery over about an hour from where I live has a Shorts beer, and it's literally just like a pair of legs with shorts on as their logo. It's pretty ridiculous, but they make all sorts of craft beers, and it's really good.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Nice answer, brah. That's awesome. What is Retro's favorite stream to watch, and does he have a stream he secretly likes to watch? So pleasure stream?
Oh my god, we're going in the closet now with the digging out the skeletons. A stream I like to watch and a stream I secretly like to watch, like lurk mode. The streams I like to watch, pretty much anyone in the Metroid community I really enjoy watching. I like watching Mock Drums, I like watching Kojak, Ben Lake. I like watching Dig Shake as well when he runs Demon's Sword. I like your stream too, dude. I watch your stream a lot.
Thanks.
So yours is quality because again, you and I have very much the same mentality. The viewers are really the focal point.
Absolutely.
Also, doesn't hurt that you have a lot of talent with a lot of games, so that's good too.
Thanks, man.
I have my bag of tricks is very, very shallow. And let's see, a stream I secretly like. I don't really know about secrets. I mean, I follow a lot of streams and stuff like that. I like. I really like Big John's stream, but everyone says that because he's just a likable guy. And actually, his stream is today. Actually, for SGDQ, he's gonna be doing the Lost Levels as well.
Oh, nice.
So I very much enjoy his stream as well. I don't talk there a lot, but I do every now and again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd have to go through my follower list and see if there's anyone else out there that if I really like them, but I don't know.
Oh, I had a question too. I was told to ask this. Mako wanted to know actually. He wanted to ask. So you have moderators in your chat, right?
I do.
Okay. So how do you go about personally picking moderators for your channel?
So my mods are very limited at this point, and a few of the mods I've had were people that were just around in the beginning for the most part. Another mod that I have is actually a friend I have in real life. Mm-hmm. And then the other mods that I have either were based on necessity or just really good friends in the Metroid community at this point. But I actually have pretty much out of everybody, I have very, very few swag swords in my chat. So as far as people being knighted, I have been very, very stringent and stingy. I'm sorry about that.
There's some people who have absolutely no mods at all. So.
Oh, you got to contain the chaos, man, just a little bit.
It's very true. If anyone's ever been in my stream, you'll see that I pretty much have a constant mod wall.
Yeah, the mod. That's the thing, dude. If I would actually give swords out to all the dedicated viewers and everyone that I really like, it would just be one giant mod wall. That's all it would be.
It's hey, donut sandwiches. What's up, man? Yeah, it's a thing. Like choosing mods is definitely important, especially people you trust. Like, you want to keep your channel, like, and everyone in it having a good time. So that's why we wanted to ask that. Mod wall in my stream most of the time. Yeah, Mock. What's up, Donut? But yeah, like, Retro, every time I come into your stream, I can definitely tell that, like, it is more for the viewers, and it's like you're there for them more than yourself, and that's a really cool thing to see, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Okay, so you went on, I think it was a business trip, and you did what I like to call the Hotel Chronicles.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that was pretty cool. Can you expand on that a little bit? Because like
that was gross, man. That was me streaming on a laptop. That was after it would stream for about 30 minutes, it would start like overheating, and the emulator would start stuttering. That was painful. I tried Project Base for the first time too when I was out there. I went out to San Diego for Cisco Live, and I was in just this little rinky-dink hotel that was about a couple miles from the convention center, and there really wasn't much to do in that area besides go to bars and sleep. So I was like, okay, I can probably whip together some kind of crappy stream. So I just grabbed some images off the internet, you know, by logo, and just kind of threw things together. I had like Metroid and Project Base, and that's pretty much it. And I brought along a really crappy USB controller and just tried to do, like you said, the Hotel Chronicles. But
yeah.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
That was so awesome, man.
Those were some filthy streams, man. Those are terrible.
Filthy streams. That was fun, though. I mean, you made it happen, man. I was in there for a good 3 hours. You're doing some 100% Super Metroid.
Oh my god, yeah, that was the first hundo I think I ever actually completed. Because the first time I did, I got the 99%, and then I had a missile pack in Meridian named after me. I will never forget those missiles ever again. Good god.
That's awesome. Project Base Master. Oh, man. There's actually, I guess I'll disclose this to you guys now, but there's a new route for any percent in the works for Project Base right now.
Oh shit.
That might shave around like 30-ish seconds. But I gotta test it out.
Insane, because it looked really optimized already.
Yeah, I had a sum of best run with a slight change, and now my sum of best is a 2939.
The sub 30 is real.
Yeah, it's gonna be neat. I'm stoked for it though. But do you have any more questions from chat? Just
yeah, I'd just love to answer questions from chat for sure.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. Do you have Franker Face Z emotes yet?
I do have some in there, but apparently I can't run them anymore on this machine for some reason. Apparently Chrome decides, okay, after Franker Face Z runs for a while, Chrome decides to crash my pop-up and chat just comes to a crawl for some reason. I gotta look in to find out what that issue is, but yeah, I have them, but I don't actually see them right now.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get Demon Sword into AGDQ?
So, as fun as it would be probably to go to AGDQ and SGDQ, I don't really know if I have the time or the means to do so. I think Demon Sword would fit in really well there, because it's something that people have not seen that maybe they'd be interested about. The RNG makes it kind of difficult to be marathon safe, but I'll try my best to make it so in Beastathon. It's a fun run. It really is neat to watch and see how things come together and just wrecking the bosses at the end of each level.
Yeah.
But traveling and spending the money on going out to those cons that's really secondary or tertiary for me. Primary would just be me and the wife, you know, going on vacation more than anything else then.
Right. That would be such a cool opportunity to deliver a game that hasn't been very widely speed ran and just drop it at AGDQ. That would be really cool.
Look at Rockman 3, Burst Chaser. I just saw that yesterday for the first time. They said the community was literally the two people on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's it. And that game looks fantastic. I hope people pick that up. I actually thought about picking it up because it looks so much fun.
Yeah, I actually did see that. That was really cool. Are you going to rock Beastathon or will you dazzle Beastathon?
If it's going to be both of those choices, I think it's going to be Razzle Dazzle. I don't know, man. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to play some games. I'm going to say hi to some folks and hopefully not get wrecked.
Hubert asks, how long is your beard?
How long is my beard? What the hell do I have to give perspective? I know I have my freaking beasts, ham hands. I don't know how to put this here. These things are massive, and I can dig it pretty far in there. So I don't know. It's about 4 or 5 inches long off my face, I guess. It's all soft and nice. and those that want to know, I've been growing it for almost a year now. So
that is a crazy cool beard, man. So tell me, you play music, right?
I pretend to, yes.
You dabble in guitar?
I do dabble. That's really the best way to put it. I pluck some strings and hope the notes sound okay together.
I've popped into your stream sometimes. I'll catch you playing some guitar. Like, what got you into that, man?
Jeez. I don't know, man. I picked up acoustic guitar and really enjoyed that. I tried flat picking and I'm terrible at it. And I picked up finger picking and apparently these sausage fingers work okay at that. So I don't know. I really enjoy guitar. It's cool. If I had it my way though, I'd play like I've actually messed around with piano a little bit too. If I had it my way, I'd probably play like I think the cello and the violin are beautiful instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am a giant and I can't play those instruments. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Cello maybe. Violin I would just crush in my hand.
Right through the neck.
The neck is like that, dude. And my finger is like if I tried to fret one string, it would just be all 4 of them at once. It would just be one big giant bar.
That's awesome. Yeah, the cello would be cool, man. That would be a cool instrument to learn.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, gorgeous instrument. It really is.
Absolutely. Prior to this, I had people asking if you were going to be joining Project Chozo, which is the project-based speedrunning community. Didn't know if you were interested in that or not, but there's a huge
you know what?
growing.
I really do like project-based, and I'm terrible at it, though. I did like a casual playthrough and did like 117 or something like that. It wasn't really anything great.
Yeah.
I would definitely be down on learning that game more, though, because it's faster than versus Super Metroid. I'm just terrible at all the shine sparks.
That's probably the hardest part about it.
Sure is, man.
Is the spark strats, Project Chozo, Uber. Well, which is cool too, because now there's a base community on speedrun.com for that too, which is
yep,
pretty neat.
That's really cool.
It's pretty awesome. Do you use beard oil?
I do use beard oil. I actually have a bottle of jojoba oil upstairs, and before that I used what the hell did I even use? Can't remember what it was, but jojoba is what I use right now, and it makes my beard smell like grilled steak.
Oh god.
So, I have a beard that smells like grilled steak. Your argument is invalid.
What do you do when you're not streaming, like hobbies, any offline gaming?
I spend time with my wife. That's really what it comes down to. Otherwise, if I'm working, I come home, I spend time with the wife, we relax, watch Netflix, we play some games. We're going through the Talos Principle right now, which is a fantastic, wonderful game.
Nice.
Let's see, what else do I do? Take care of our mutts that we have. We have a freaking zoo of a house, 2 dogs, 3 cats, that sort of thing.
Nice.
But I'm pretty easygoing. Drink beer.
There's no problem with that at all, man.
That's for sure.
No problem. Who's your favorite viewer?
Favorite viewer?
That's a tough question.
That dude, I don't even think I could pick that because I just love everybody. I don't think I can play favorites there. Everyone's just absolutely awesome. I value every single person that comes in the stream equally. They're all great people. I would consider. I would have a beer with every single one of my viewers.
Yeah, I definitely like couldn't do that either. I couldn't pick a favorite. Everyone in the whole Twitch community, especially like, I know that a lot of us around here like all hang out with some of the same people. Definitely couldn't choose a favorite. That's for sure. Because, like you said, it's all about everybody. You can't just choose just one person.
No, dude. I mean, it's like I can't. Every person that comes into there is their unique person, and they're all awesome for different reasons. And so I can't pick one person other than another.
Mm-hmm. And then Marty Moikler says, "You all love me best." I don't know if this has been asked, but who do you most enjoy watching on Twitch? Yeah, I think he said Big John was one of them.
Big John's someone I really enjoy. I enjoy pretty much anyone in the Metroid community as well.
He plays Demon Sword, right? What made him pick up Demon Sword? Demon Sword as a game.
That was picked up on a whim, dude. And also when I saw it was like free world record, I'm like, huh, I can actually get a world record to my name. And that was kind of like a kind of a driving factor. Can I speedrun this game? Can I actually get a WR that's respectable? And go from there. And
it definitely is. That's a super impressive run. Like when you submitted it, I was watching it. It's a funny story. I was watching your submission, and my girlfriend walks in. And she's like, that game looks extremely fast-paced. And, like, I'm like, yeah, like, holy hell, this game is really fast. And then, like, I was talking to you later about it, and you told me it was RNG hell. And when you're looking at it, it doesn't really seem like it. You know, it just looks like, you know, a game you play from front to back. But then, like, when you mentioned, like, oh, all the different pickups that need to happen.
Yep.
All the different, yeah, all the different RNG. We should do a series called World Record Hunters. What?
Oh, WR Hunters. just picking off games, like pick up a game, speed run it that doesn't have a WR out there, and then actually do it. There's actually another one that I came across I would love to learn how to run.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to optimize it. It's just a game called World Champ on the NES.
Oh.
It's like super, and the subtitle is Super Boxing Great Fight. I can't make this up, folks.
That's awesome.
It's actually a really solid boxing game that I definitely recommend people check out. I was thinking if I could do a speedrun of that from rookie all the way up to heavyweight champion, but it's very tough. And I tried doing it the other day, and I couldn't really optimize anything on it. So
that sounds insane, dude. There's a lot of old NES games that I also wanted to pick up. Like I think it'd be cool. Like you and I still. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, the CV4. Dude, I have to do a run in that. I have to finish that up. That was a little pet project that you picked up. I said I would as well. I haven't been able to finish a run. I've rage quit on the clock tower like 3 times.
Yeah, that game's insane, man. We got to get back into that because that would be fun. CV4 is a great game. It's just
I would definitely like to find another game too. Potentially something shorter, if possible. Something we could just crank out. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Even Castlevania 1 is decently short.
That actually, you know what? That actually makes sense for me to try. I've never completed Castlevania 1 because of how stupid hard it is. But if I could learn how to speedrun it, that'd be kind of neat.
That would be a sweet game to learn. Varn goes, are there any other NES or any other Stray games you like to play that you want to pick up? Like
Stray games. See. So things that I have a pretty sizable collection of games, and I've played a bunch of them. I would love to learn how to run the Guardian Legend as well. Ooh. That's a really cool game. I enjoyed a lot. That's definitely that actually has some pretty awesome runs out there for that. So that's something I really can't top. But let's see, what else have I played on SNES or NES? I actually would like to learn how to run Final Fantasy Mystic Quest also for the SNES, because I grew up playing that game as well, and that was a really cool RPG that's underrated in my opinion. Like one of the best soundtracks of any SNES game out there.
That's got such a good soundtrack, yeah.
Oh my God.
My buddy Midnight Vesper, he actually learned to speedrun that game a little earlier last year. So he could lend his hand out to you too. He did can't remember the category, but it's where you like go halfway. Oh, resistance glitch, and like you can go halfway through the game, set up the resistance glitch, start a new save file, and like any partner you'll have in your party will be like overpowered.
They're like god tier at that point.
Yeah, and you can beat it in like 2.5, 3 hours. Have you ever met any other streamers or viewers in real life?
Oh my god, no, I have not. Not as of yet. I have not done that. I intend to, so hopefully sometime soon, but I have not done that yet. It turns out a lot of the people that I watch and a lot of people in the Metroid community are actually in the Northeast. So I intended to meet Mock Drums and Kojak eventually, as well as Typo. Typo is a really good streamer as well, too. Bringing up, he does a lot of Dark Souls stuff. He's dabbled with Super Metroid a little bit, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's Northeast. It's very true. There's a lot of us over here. There's a lot of us. In fact, like, if I wanted to like chill with Sweetnum, he's literally like 2 hours south of where I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of us over in this area. But yeah, like it would be cool. It would be really cool just to meet some of the people. It was a really nice thing. Yeah. Really nice thing because we had SRX, and I never thought that I was going to meet any of these people. So like getting into a marathon setting, like I hope at least once Beastathon will be like an in-person thing, so we can get everyone together. That's something I really want to have happen. But yeah, so Northeast Quadrant. Yeah. But any RPGs? Like, what would be if you could pick one RPG? Because you said you like short games, so I'm gonna go against that right now. I'm gonna go against the grain. If you could pick one RPG to speedrun, what do you think you would pick?
One RPG to speedrun, to sit down and play over and over again. Well, I mean, FF6 I love, but I don't know if speedrun would kill that game for me, because I just have such a huge like attachment to it, and that I couldn't actually speed through that game. I actually enjoy reading the text and playing the game out and whatnot. So I don't think I'd pick that to speedrun.
Right.
Man, what the hell would I even speedrun at that point? RPG. I think Earthbound, actually. Earthbound's a really sick game.
That's really good.
The RNG manipulation and tech in that game is just absolutely ridiculous. That game would be pretty cool to pick up, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Earthbound is one of those games that I beat like once when I was younger, and like I haven't touched it since. I really need to get around to playing that again, actually.
I still have my cartridge. I still have it.
Oh, you have it on cart?
I do.
Dude, so nice.
So I have a few rare games in my collection, things that are worth a lot. Earthbound is one of them. I have a game, Rule of Rose, for PlayStation 2 that was released by Atlas. It was a limited release. That skyrocketed in value. I have one of the games that's pretty rare for the NES, Bubble Bobble Part 2, which is actually my grandmother's that she picked up. And I actually got her games then when she passed away a few years back. You know, may she rest in peace. She played a lot of games, man. She played a game that I could never beat, even though I tried. And it was the original Bomberman. She beat both loops going through the game. So that was like her favorite game growing up too, which is fantastic.
Dang.
But I remember, I have memories of going over to her house and playing games with her. I can't think of many people that have been able to play NES games with their grandmother.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So she gave you some of her. Did she have a collection, or did you just?
She had some of the games. Some of them went to my other cousins and stuff. I only grabbed 2 games from her. I grabbed Bubble Bobble Part 2 because I wanted to get that. I also grabbed her Legend of Zelda Gold cartridge because I only have the Player's Choice Gray one. I wanted to have the Gold card.
Nice.
And I also picked up Robo Warrior, which is a very weird game. If you've ever had a chance, check that game out. It's so cryptic, you want to understand what the hell you're doing, and the music is nice.
I'll have to check it out.
That's a weird game, man. It's very strange.
Man, Retro, you have the best family.
Yeah. You can't pick them, man, but I've been blessed.
Do we have any more questions from chat? I realize it's like 12:30, so you got to get going here pretty soon. But is there any?
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up here soon.
Yeah. Is there any like last words or shout outs you want to give before we
Oh my god, I know I've done a lot of name drops throughout this interview here, so let me see if I can think of a lot of people I can just rattle off the names of that would love to hear this. So let's see, who are some of the people? Shoutouts to Oni Ryu. He was it was just me and him hanging out for the longest time. I was playing Chrysalis and he was hanging out with me, so that's why he was one of my mods. He was around for the longest time.
Nice.
So shoutouts to Oni Ryu. Shoutouts to the Metroid community, Kojak, Mock Drums, Ben Lake, Psygrade. Oh my god, there's so many freaking people. My brain's going nuts. OST. Oh, that's Old School Tribe for those that don't know. Shoutouts to Dig Shake for picking up Demon Sword and taking WR from me. I'll get it back. Shoutouts to Stunt Coyote for being awesome and
Thanks,
letting me come on to this thing. Big shoutouts to CJ Jensen or the Siege. He did his run yesterday at SGDQ. For the Wily Wars, and also he was nice enough to give me a shout out in front of 100,000 people. That's pretty killer.
That's awesome, dude.
That's pretty sick. That guy's really awesome too. He actually got away from streaming for a little bit because he didn't have internet to work with. But if you guys haven't had a chance to check him out, follow him for sure. Let's see. God, there's been so many people that I've. Typlo is definitely one. Hanales, who is the ultimate Metroid fan. I've never seen him run a game, but he's like kind of like, I don't know how to put it. He's either kind of like the big brother or the father we all wish we had. So Hanales is an awesome guy. I hope to meet him eventually as well.
He's a good guy.
Oh, he's fantastic. Jesus. Shoutouts to Jack. Shoutouts to Hubert. Hubert is the little brother we all didn't want, but we somehow got. See. Shoutouts to Ed you as well. Shoutouts to Fairhand. Oh my God, there's been so many people that have stopped in. Son of Barry here has been around a lot as of late too. Just all the viewers in general, man. My brain is going blank with all the awesome names I've seen over the years and over the year I should say so far. Dude, it's been sick. It really has.
Things are just getting started too, man. Like. If you keep going, man, just keep going because you got a really good thing going for you. Like your stream is awesome. I always love coming in and seeing what you're doing, and it's always a pleasure. So definitely
I'm glad, man.
Definitely keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks, dude. And you as well, man. It's like I said, we have very much the same style and mentality, and that's the right way to do it. I don't portray myself to be anything else than what I am. I don't play a character. I don't do anything else. I don't try to act over the top about things. My reactions are all genuine, which people apparently love. How I get hype and stream about stuff and whatnot, but it happens. It just you get into a game and you get so engrossed by it, and then it just kind of just takes over, and just whatever happens.
Yep, definitely. Retro's dog isn't genuine. But Magoo is OG.
Oh my god. Yeah, my dog's Ellie and Fenris. Ellie being a little Shih Tzu Lhasa Apso, and Fenris being the sweetest Samoyed Husky mix. But he's dumb as a bag of bricks. He's a big dumb dog who thinks he's a little dog.
That's awesome.
He's great though. He's like just one big giant white puffy cloud.
So I guess the real question to end this up is when are you gonna ban Hubert?
Hubert is permabanned at this time.
Oh jeez, that's awesome. So yeah, everyone, this has been RetrophileTV. I just want to thank you, Retro, for agreeing to do this interview on the Stunt Room, and I hope you had hope you had a good time.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for the honor. I'm truly humbled that you even would pick, you know, some jerk from Pennsylvania to be on your show.
Oh, dude, absolutely, man. I've been like when I first came into this, there's a group of streamers I definitely wanted to kick this off with, and you were one of those. So,
oh, I made the short list. That never happens.
Yeah, man. You were one of the top 5, sir.
Ooh, the top 5. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Mock was a good pick for sure. If anyone hasn't seen his steering wheel percent run, they gotta go check that out because that is comedy gold. It really is.
That's really good stuff. Yeah,
sure is.
But yeah, just shout outs to Retrophile. You can find him below at the twitch.tv/RetrophileTV. If you haven't already, make sure you go give him a follow. He's a really awesome guy, and I guarantee you're going to like his stream. So,
Ooh, the stamp of approval and the 100% guarantee your money back.
That's
nice.
it. Yeah, that's
like
it.
That.
Right there. And you can also see Retro here in late October running in, you can see right here, Beastathon, which is a speedrunning marathon put on by myself and Mako G 2042. This year's going to be awesome. In fact, last night we spent 6 hours making the layouts and the Be Right Back screen and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's going to be amazing. But Retro, thank you so much again. And
thank you very much and for having me. Thank you for everyone that stopped in to watch this. There's a whole bunch of awesome people in the chat.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, shout outs as well to Norak, Southern Bell Genius, Goop. Freaking Goop is awesome too. Man, there's so many awesome people in here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, shout outs to everyone for being here. This is awesome. But yeah, Retro, thank you again for being here.
It's absolutely my pleasure, for sure. Everyone here, you guys all rock, and I definitely look forward to having more streams in the future and having you guys stop by.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess that's all I have. So, what's up, Herc? So Retro, thank you very much, and I'll see you later, bud.
All right. See